Hi everyone, we're back for our last session of today, and we're ending on a high, right? From Cookie Studio. We've had so much going on today with portfolio reviews and guests, but we're ending with animation, which I'm super
That's
excited for
nice.
that. Thanks for joining us.
No, thanks, my pleasure.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, first day off?
Yeah, first day, so it's good. We had a little party yesterday,
Nice.
so it was a little
The welcome party or another one?
The welcome,
Nice.
yeah. So it
I
was
didn't
quite
go
good.
there, so
yeah, it was quite good.
Nice,
Yeah.
good to hear. Let's kind of start with introducing yourself to everyone who's watching, and if they don't know about Cookie Studio and kind of your background.
Yeah, so my name is Thiago. I'm the founder and the creative director of Cook Studio. We basically animation studio, as you described. So our work focus more in design and animation. We work for brands from TV channels like BBC, FX, and Cartoon Network, and other channels, to brands like Amazon, Google, and places like that.
Yeah.
And so we've been going like for 8 years now.
Pretty good.
So yeah, it's quite a decent
Solid.
amount of time. We have the studio in London and also a small studio in São Paulo as well.
Yeah.
So helps us quite a lot with the workflow.
You're originally from Brazil, right?
I'm original from Brazil.
What's the journey here? Like, how did you get to London?
Yes.
Or is it too long to 25 minutes?
So I love to, if you read my description, like always say I'm a little monkey that escaped from the jungles of Brazil. But I started my career in Brazil about 1998.
Yep.
So it's been 4 years. That time in Brazil, we didn't have animation like we have like in England. I think Europe is a big center for animation in the world. So I worked 3 years in Brazil and decided to move to England to study English and try pursue my career in London. And I'm gonna say it's been like 20 years there now.
You're just there, hanging out.
I really like, and I opened this I freelanced for years in London, worked for everyone there. And I think it's just the next step when, in the career, what can you do, where can you get yourself? And I decided to open the studio in the past with a friend of mine from Barcelona.
Yeah.
We used to call Cake in the past,
Okay.
and he left the company, and I rebrand for Cookie, and it's been running for 8 years
The
now.
fruit theme, it's like very playful.
It's something I really like, like I think we have a lot like misery, in the world already, like a lot shit going on.
Yeah.
So it's nice to bring a little bit more color, a bit more fun
Agree.
to the work, and just a bit more to life of people,
Yeah. So the studio started in London, then you brought it back to Brazil, or
Yes,
how did that?
I think it's just because it's my hometown, but
course,
also it's more like a business strategic, because the currency, like the pounds to the real is a lot.
Yep.
It's 6-1 now. So having staff there can let us compete to bigger jobs. Like special. The budget is getting smaller in the industry. Every year is always the same with clients talking. We don't have the money. So how can we keep doing the same quality of work without we losing profit? So it was a good move to do, and we just did before the pandemic. So now everyone's kind of work remotely as well.
Makes it even easier, right?
Yeah, it's a lot easier. We took quite a lot of time. We still have the 2 studios physically. Like in London, I still I think creatively, like having people. I think it just saves a lot of time. Everyone sit on the table, we discuss ideas, and when everyone remotely is like, oh, you go in the Slack, you need to have a call, and you're just
missing the extra bits of conversation, right? Yeah. What's the creative scene like in Brazil?
Brazil is really big for creative. We have like big artists. We got quite a few here doing the talk this year as well. But I think that's why I really like and have this to bring the studio back to Brazil is to be able to use the creative people we have there, but without having the bureaucracy of the clients we have there, because clients still don't understand animation how it is. They still think it is a child thing, and it's quite nice to be able to work, Europe and US, but having, like the talents in Brazil.
What kind of clients? You mentioned a few of them, but you talked about educating on animation. How's the process with that, and who do you work with?
Yeah, we work with. Lately, we've been working with. It's quite hard to say because we work like quite different clients. We like always to put like 3 tiers of clients. We do a lot of broadcast channels, like we do a lot of Disney,
I saw
Cartoon
ITV
Network,
as well.
ITV, BBC. We've been collaborating with them for quite long.
Yeah.
And there we have the other side of the work as well. It's more like a commercial. We get better paid than the TV.
Yep, yeah, yeah.
But TV, normally we quite enjoying doing the idents and promos because it's a little bit more fun and open.
Yeah.
And the commercial work, we work from Pringles to Samsung to Google. We did quite a series for Amazon, a lot like little animations for them. So it's quite fun. It really depends, you know, client to client.
Nice. And do you have personal work as well, or is it kind of just all studio?
We do we do a bit of personal work. We just it's not on the website, but we put on our. I think we have that on the Instagram account, but I just launched a short film.
Nice.
So basically, before the pandemic, I was going to do a talk in OFFF Bogota.
Nice.
And we also was doing the opening title for that. So they literally canceled the festival like in the day I was going to the airport.
Oh no.
And we start as an opening title, but we want to do as a short film.
Yeah.
So and it was in the time when we had the fires in the Amazon, and because Colombia is part of the Amazon as well, and being Brazilian, I want to bring something that could feel more connect with the country as well. So I did a short film. Is about the impact of the human on, you know, like on the animals, on the planet, and we used as opportunity. I took the whole studio in London. We went for 4 beaches in UK. We clean up the beaches. Yep. We brought all the rubbish back to London. Wow.
It's loud, but I think no one can hear.
So we brought the rubbish back to London. We had like bags of rubbish. We separated the organic, throw away, and the recycled rubbish, we cleaned them up. And we did scan, then we did a library of 90 texture in total. Wow, and all the textures is used in the film is all rubbish we collect from the beach. So we're running festivals now. Yeah. So that's why it's not on the website yet.
Oh, got it, okay.
But we got selected more than 11 festivals. We won more than, I think, 7, 8 awards on festivals already, so it's doing quite well. Yeah. So we always
it's a big year ahead coming up.
Yeah. So we're always trying to keep like internal project alive in the studio. I think it's important to bring the creative.
Sure. What brought you to animation yourself?
Oh, that's.
Do we go back?
I think I don't know. It's a difficult question. I always like drawing. Yep. You know, I'm not really good drawing. Yeah. You know, so I love Illustrator because it's a lot easier for me to draw and illustrate. But I always was involved with drawing and everything. And early age, I had the opportunity, you know, to work with a little bit of stop motion. I used to love stop motion. That's one of the reasons I wanted to come to London as well, because they have Aardman, and for me, it's the biggest for plus scene. Yeah. So, and I got really involved on that I'm not going to say early ages, but, you know, I start having my career and I study in Brazil. In that time, we didn't have animations course. Well, I don't think we still have animation course in Brazil, but I did like marketing and film. And in the film, I didn't have animation, but I could get into a little bit more.
Motion,
Yeah, and then I got an internship in a production house and I started really learning the animation and was quite good.
And now you're here, so it worked out somehow.
Yeah, it's been quite good.
Should we have a look a bit of what you have to share? I think we had a couple show reels. I think Cookie Studio's one that I watched was really good. But we also have your website up here that we share.
Yeah, I'll show the show reel quickly.
Of course.
And there is. So this is, we're doing a new show reel now. So this is, it is our old show reel, let's say. But I still quite like, it's the show reel shows a little bit, we're not, it's like as a studio, we're not fixing a style. Yeah. We tend to be fixed more on what is the solution, the creative solution for the problem the clients have. So it's kind of a big mix from collage to 2D, cell animation, 3D. So we mix quite a lot. It really depends what is the briefing, what we want to achieve with the...
This is the one that I saw, the ITV.
Yeah, that's the ITV we did. Yeah. And we've been working quite for events as well. We don't put on the website, but we do quite a lot of things for events like the ATP, the tennis competition. We do all the graphics for that for the last, I think, 4 years. Yep. So it's a nice different challenge as well. It's a lot easier than a commercial, but gives the opportunity to go also and watch the tennis for free.
I'm a tennis watcher as well. So.
Yeah.
Definitely stands out. Any specific projects we can go into or clients that you stand out?
We can. This one is the Pringles job is one of my favorite job we did. I'm gonna show. We have a couple of them really. So this is the reason is one of my favorite projects is because we had complete freedom to do. We had the briefing, and the whole idea is like when you eat the Pringles crisps, you get this crazy world. So
this one's great.
We had complete freedom what to do, and also because Pringles is part of Kellogg's, and because it's a food, they wanna everything you see here was shot in filming that in 360, all the elements, or like the tomato explode in the background was stop motion. So every element is photograph or filming or animating stop motion. So we had like 4 days doing all the blue screen, and then we shoot the live action with that was in South Africa. Again, was a good opportunity to go there. But everything you see here, it is
amazing.
Like real live action, you know, and then we reanimate and brought them to life in After Effects. So it's one project I really like. The other one I really like as well. We did a couple of idents for Cartoon Network. So this also is a project I love so much because we pitch the idea and the client, we pitched 3 different ideas for the client, and the client loves the 3 ideas, and because it was 4 idents, they asked us to produce the 3 ideas we create. So this is 2 of them. So they are a little bit different. I think this one is, so it was quite a lot of fun, and it got us back again, you know, working more in cell animation. We used to do more motion graphic and 3D, so it's been quite nice just get back and be able to do a lot.
The style is so different. You can really see that.
Yeah, they're completely different. This is a new one we just did for the International Women's Day for UK TV on Dave. So this is quite a mix as well because it's I think 6 comedians doing just voiceover, and we need to create the animation and the design base what they're talking about. And the only thing we had on the briefing, they needs to be complete different styles. So they're really short, but they all complete different. So this one goes a little bit more kind of just basic illustration animation. This one goes a little bit more mixed with a collage. The other one is a lot more collage. So it was quite fun. The guys in the studio also like when we have a bit more freedom to work with different styles as well.
I can imagine. How many people are you working with in London?
Yeah, in London we are in, I think we are now 6 people.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, it's quite a small studio. And we're hiring now people now. We've been, since the pandemic, we start hiring people again because through pandemic we just use freelance. And but now we're hiring more people. Hope we find them soon.
This is a shout out to anyone. Anyone knows someone.
We're looking for 3D,
get in touch.
senior 3D person, at the moment. And I think with Brexit and pandemic was really bad for London. Don't want to get in that subject.
No, exactly. The politics can be left out, but let's say it's enough.
It's the idea in behind the studios keep always the core team there, and we have the pool of freelancers we use, and we've been, you know, sometimes there is 15, 20 people working at the same time. So it's quite nice for the studio as well, recycling the people as well.
And seeing everyone in real life as well again. Nice.
So that ones are it's pretty much my favorite ones.
That were picked.
So I'm gonna play this on the background as we talk. This is the short film.
I was going to ask if you have kind of more longer. These guys are like really snappy, right? Like ad style.
This one is more long format. We do quite a lot because we're still doing quite a lot online stuff as well. So it's a lot more longer format, 1 minute. I'm personally, I don't really like really long stuff. I just get bored of things really quick. So I normally tend to, I prefer the 15, 30-second spot because it's really snappy, it's easy.
You get it, yeah.
And but this is like the short film we did. So all the textures you watch here, they all like from the rubbish we got on the beaches.
Ah.
So it's the 3 different environments we have. You know, the rainforest, we have the Arctic, you know, and we have the corals in the sea. So we kind of destroying everything at the moment. You know, we can see how crazy it is.
And there's this idea of recycling as well in this when you're kind of reusing the texture.
Yeah, so it's really important. And I had a 5-year-old daughter as well, so she's in the end of the film.
Oh, nice.
And it's I don't know, for me as being a parent, you know, being a father is really important to try and educate. And I think animation is always a good way to teach the young generation as well.
Bring that to life.
So so it's been quite good.
It must be nice for her to see some of your work on like Cartoon Network.
Yeah, and this was really funny because when I showed to her first time and she cried.
Oh no!
And so did the job because should be more emotion, should make people think about what, you know, to have a change. And so she's coming tomorrow to OFFF.
Oh, nice. Great.
And her first trip ever was in OFFF.
So OFFF is a special reunion moment for
her. For her. So we're going to bring her tomorrow.
But it's great that I think someone, you know, younger can also understand this. That shows how well executed it is, I guess. And
it's really more, it's because it doesn't have a voiceover or anything. It's more like about like the emotion you get out of that, you know. So I think in the young age they can still get there, and they're really good. And it's nice to show her because she always picks some mistakes as well. Yeah. Like, but if you know, like silly things, but why you don't have this here, you know? Because they see from a different perspective.
Completely, the innocence kind of.
Yeah. So really I always like to show my work.
So you have a new hire.
Yeah. I even joke once. I had a freelance, and she was in the studio when she's off from the school. She comes to work with me, and she likes everyone in the studio, but sometimes she gives advice on their work because
she's a confident one.
And my producer told one of freelance, he was remotely, and told him, Elena didn't like this, and who is this, the client? And I said, it's my daughter, don't worry.
You don't have to tell them. Keep it vague. You know, some advice from consulting.
So it was quite good. Yeah, it was
I
quite
love
nice.
that. That's great. Anything else? You mentioned 3D a little bit with like looking and searching. What are you keen to experiment on kind of this year?
We do. It's funny you ask because we just bought like a 3D printer. We bought like a 3-1, so it's a 3D printer, laser cutting and engrave. Yeah. So we have a few ideas with projects we want to explore. Cool. And I think because I used to love stop motion or like more mixed media, that's something I used to do a lot more. And having that, that experience for the guys in the studio, have like tools we can experiment, try and get out of just everyday job, sit in front of the computer. So now it's something we start experimenting in the studio with the laser cutting, how using because we can cut paper and everything. So we have a few ideas we want to bring, so you're probably going to see some tests soon. Yeah.
I think at the beginning you're just playing around probably with those things and like not really having a purpose or a goal, right? Everyone's having a go at it.
And it's really nice. I think it's nice for everyone in the studio just experiment a little bit.
Yeah. And just, I think, encouraging personal project. Everyone here mentioned this today, which is, in my own time, I'll start working on my own project and, experimenting and reading up on new technology and things like that. So. And
I think it's developing so fast as well. Yeah. I always like the analog side,
nice.
Because that's when the 3D print come for me, because you always see the 3D at work, so everything in the computer on the screen, but with the 3D print you can bring that world to outside and you can mix with other things and can make some interest.
You get quite a lot of different clients. How do you get this kind of education on them and saying, okay, maybe tennis you're used to it, but if you get someone who's in an industry that's very new to you, you have to do a bit of that research piece, right?
It is tricky. It's something we've been doing the last years. I've been talking to my producer as well with Josie, because we always try to educate the clients, but what happens is you always get some bumps through the job. So what we're doing now is having a kind of a video explaining how things work, because the thing is, when the client doesn't understand and if they don't approve on the right time, it means, you need to change and that's going to cost money and you need to get in argue, explain why that costs. So we're trying to avoid that because it's not about, all right, we can get more money from that, but we don't want to get into that bump, and create that really bad relationship with the client. So we're trying to every year develop, polish a little bit more and more how educate the client, and I think it's part of our job. When we work with agents, it's easy because they do their part, but nowadays you're getting a lot direct clients. It's something happen a lot, like Amazon job is direct with them. Cartoon Network is easy because that's what they do, But it is, I think it's part of our job, and it is a bit annoying sometimes because clients sometimes doesn't get, and we have that, we need to go back, and it's just turned a lot of stress.
I can imagine, but I'm sure you have success stories too of things going smoothly, right?
Yeah, we do.
And it all comes out anyways with great projects, so we don't see this.
we were talking yesterday. I was talking with Roger from White Noise. He gonna talk as well. He was playing on the part, and we were talking. And he said, our life is always it's like the crap happening through the job is how can we get the job out? You're always fighting against. But when people goes to the website, it all looks
easy.
It's nice, the job looks nice, but
beautiful.
it is, nowadays you got more clients than get on board and they join, but you still get clients that don't understand or it's hard to work,
Yeah. And creatively, are you mostly based always in London, or traveling is important to you? How do you get, kind of new, I guess OFF is now happening, so you can get out of the zone.
Yeah, I love travel. I've always been travel. I was in Prague doing a workshop last week, and And last year I went to Prague to do a talk as well. So always around talking, and I always use that as an opportunity to meet clients as well where I go, because I think it's just to try and open a little bit, the spectrum of the work as well. Before I used to go a lot to the US, New York, just to meet clients there. So now things is getting back normal, so I hope to get back on that as well.
Yeah, fair enough. And so, let's talk about this. We have about kind of 2-3 minutes to go. So what are you looking forward to? You mentioned Roger's here. He's going to come with us tomorrow, actually, for a session as well.
Yeah, he has, it's true.
So what else is going on that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I've got quite a few friends. I want to look.
That makes it better.
J-Monk is here, looking forward to see the titles, my friends from State Design as well. Cool. Marcel is going to talk, so I'm really looking forward to see. Vinicius Costa is here, is another Brazilian as well. Cool. I love Vinicius' work. I just met him outside, and I'm really looking forward to see his talk as well. So there is quite really good speakers this year.
There is. It's amazing. And it's like full house, it feels like.
It is,
I haven't even been upstairs, so I have to check it out.
And the space outside is quite big as well.
Yeah. So you're here until Saturday, full 3 days?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So we'll catch you around.
Very good.
But thanks for joining us. That was great chatting.
Much.
It was like a quick chat. But I hope everyone enjoyed it at home. I know people always have questions in the chat, and we run out of time, so we'll get them tomorrow. But you're our last session, so we're wrapping up for today. Thanks for joining.
Thanks so much. Bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye.